What is going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you watch videos of mine, you know that I enjoy growing plants indoors, either in water culture, semi-hydro, acrylic yarn, the works. Anything but soil. I do have a lot of plants in soil, but I don't prefer to grow plants in soil. I've had a lot of challenges with that in the growing spaces that I grow my plants in. So water culture, semi-hydro, or acrylic yarn, I guess you consider that semi-hydro, is what I usually use. So in this video, I want to show you these plants here that you see. They're usually sold as Vinca, annual Vincas. They're really not Vincas. They are Catharanthus, which is related to the Vinca. It is in the dogbane / milkweed family of plants. And even though they sell them as annuals, they really are tropical perennials. So in the tropics, they retain their leaves. They're pretty much evergreen in the tropics. And I believe this comes from Madagascar. And they bloom nonstop, as long as there is enough light. And a perennial, definition of a perennial, actually is a plant that lives for 2+ years. So at least 2 years. 1.5 years would be a biennial. First year they leaf out. The second year they begin to flower and then they die. But 2 full years at least is a perennial. So these guys are tropical perennials. So what I did was I had them growing outside and I brought them in because I did not want them to die. And I said, you know what? Let me see what happens. So I took them in. I washed off their roots from the soil that they were living in. And I put them in a south-facing window. And I put them into water culture, as you can see here. Let me just get a little closer and focus in for you guys. And in the south-facing window, because they get enough light, they have been nonstop blooming. And not only have they been blooming, but they've been setting seed. So I've been collecting the seeds of each of these. I even planted some of the seeds. They sprouted already. So I'm already ahead for next year. These plants are resilient. They are pretty pest resistant. I haven't had any issues with any types of pests. I believe they are deer resistant if you have issues with deer. And the flowers are really, really pretty. Get a load of this. This variety was just supposed to be a rose, but look at those white speckles. It's got like speckles of white throughout those rose-colored petals. And this one over here is a pink with a white center. I also have seeds of a purple. I'm getting the red, or the, I believe it was considered a wine color. And I'm going to be getting the white. I'm going to get all colors because now that I know that they do incredibly well indoors in water culture, and look at those roots. Those roots are gorgeous. Just ignore what's written on there. That was the word pineapple because I used to have pineapple coleus growing in here. I just got to wipe that off. Obviously, I got excited and I just pulled whatever I had and didn't even think. But anyway, look at these plants. They bloom like crazy. They love sun. I haven't tried growing these in like away from a south-facing window. They probably wouldn't bloom as much and they would just grow and they'd be green leafy plants. But the fact that I have flowers and it's December and I can continue to have flowers all throughout the winter is so cool to me because these plants, the more sun they get, they will flower out all around. There are buds everywhere. Bud. The end of all of these little offshoots have bud. Oh, I think that's a seed pod there, right there. I gotta get that seed pod out of there. But anyway, and for such a small plant, this one is just so cool. And I've also seen a lot of people grow these as bonsai, which is something I'm going to try to do. So look forward to that video. But anyway, very exciting. I just wanted to show you guys because there are so many things that we don't even realize about the plants that we grow outside. You know, I grow coleus indoors as well, as a lot of you probably know. I take in my coleus from outside, or at least cuttings, grow them for the winter, and then reposition them outside again. And by the time spring comes around, I have multiple plants because I keep taking cuttings. So I could do the same thing with this. All you have to do is take a stem cutting, put it in some water, it'll root, and you'll get brand new plants. You can see all the new roots that are starting to grow off of the higher end of that stem that's submerged. Actually, let me lift it up so you can see. There you go. All those new beautiful roots. So very exciting, very fun, really beautiful. And I'm going to show you some other varieties as they grow, as I plant the seeds, because I didn't even realize these came in some of the colors that they do. So if you want to have beautiful flowering plants, whether it's indoors in a bright window or for the summer outdoors in your warm season, whatever that may be, in a bright location, I definitely recommend Catharanthus, which is they call it annual vinca. In some countries, I think they consider it invasive because it reseeds itself so easily, but I don't think it's a real major issue because you can pull those seedlings out really quickly. It's not like ivy that just, if you miss a little piece, it'll stay in the ground and root and you'll have it forevermore. So I think these plants don't really deserve such a harsh label on them as invasive, but I think they're beautiful, and there even is a doubled variety. Yes, I'm getting that one as well. So if you have any questions about how I've been growing these Catharanthus, aka Madagascar Vinca or annual Vinca, Catharanthus rosea, if you want the whole Latin name, just reach out because I would love to speak with you about this. These plants have been like this for quite a while. As you can see, the roots are not little, especially these. Let me lift these up. You can see. Look at this. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. And there are a bunch of plants in here because when you get them from the nursery, it's not just one little plant sticking out. There's a bunch that they've rooted in there. So I can divide this. I can just put them all over the place. So yeah, these are just two of many more that will be coming. Again, reach out. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell if you want to be notified, and I will see you in the next video.